Hi everyone, in this tutorial we have new GUI library to get started in Python. Python has a lot of GUI frameworks, but tk.Inter is the only framework that's built into the Python standard library. tk.Inter has several strengths. It has cross-platform, so the same code works on Python on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. So many developers ask questions like why do we need tk.Enter? Answer is tk.Inter provides a built-in and easy to use way to create GUI applications in Python. It offers various widgets like buttons, labels, text boxes, and menu to build interactive apps. It eliminates the need of external GUI frameworks because tk.Inter comes bundled with Python. tk.Inter is useful for building desktop applications like calculators from apps and dashboards. It supports event-driven programming, which makes it suitable for responsive user interfaces. So this is a official documentation of tk.Inter library. In this tutorial, we are going to understand basic elements of tk.Inter library. Then we will design a small user registration interface and we will see click events of it. Before getting started with anything, you have to install Python on your machine along with code editor. I have Python 3.13 version installed and I am using VS Code editor to create GUI projects. There is already a new folder created for this demo. Now I will going to create a new Python file where I will import tk.Inter module app.py. As I said, tk.Inter module is a part of a standard Python library. There is no need to install any module. Import tk.Inter. I'm using tk as a alias for this library. And then we will creating an instance for window from tk class. So this window widget is the app's main window or parent window. It must be created before any other window and there can only be one root. Now I'm also going to use window.main loop which is used to run applications once it is ready. It is an infinite loop that keeps application running. It waits for event to occur and processes these event as long as window is not closed. I have saved the program. When you execute this code, so a new window pops up on the screen and how it looks depends on your operating system. We have our first window on the desktop. Now let's look at some adjustment we can make like adding title, changing the background color and setting the window's size. Okay, let me close it down. So we are here setting the title of this window, this widget, right? Employee registration. Then we have configured the background color. We have minimum size that we are setting width and height for our window. We have max size. When we maximize our window, so it will take width and height in this form. So in geometry method, we have width multiply height plus x plus y. So these are the coordinates of x and y where this window widget will open. I have saved the file. Let's run the program again. It is saying that application has been destroyed, which means that main loop has executed just before these statement. Just paste these statement before main loop starts. Okay. Now run the program again. You will see that a very nice widget. So here we have changed the Windows title to employee registration. We also changed the background color to gray using the configure method. Then we adjusted the Windows size. We set minimum size and maximum size for the window. Finally, geometry method. This method allows us to define the window geometry. Now that you have a window, you can add a widget. Widgets are the bread and butter of Python GUI framework. They are the element through which user interact with your program. Each widget in tk.Inter is defined by a class like label, button, entry, text, frame. These are just few, but keep in mind that tk.Inter has many more widgets than those listed here. Let's add some text on our widget, right? The text displayed by a label widget cannot be edited by the user. It is for display purpose only. So as I said in the beginning of the video that we are going to design a employee registration interface where we will have three fields. So I'm gonna create a new label to show first name, last name and email. Okay. So this is a label from tk.Inter library. This is the label class. Here we are setting few fields like text, foreground color, background color, and we are using pack to place the label on the window. So as soon as I save this program and run it, so you will be able to see a label on this widget that is first name. It has foreground color as white and background color as black. So this pack method actually is a geometry manager that is used to pack or place the widget on the current window. Okay, this widget. If we adjust the window size, the label will stay in the top center part of this widget. You see, you can change the background color to white and foreground color just set as black. Save the program and the program you will see that we have first name which has white background now. Okay, you can also control the height and the width of this label widget. Run the program again. The width and the height of the label has been changed now, you see, but it does not look nice. Let's remove this. If you want to place your widgets on a specific location, then use place method. X and Y coordinate. I'm passing X equals to minus 100 and Y as 5. It is no longer seen here. So let me remove minus, save the program. The location has been changed now. I'm now setting it to 10. Run the program again. You will see now the label has been placed at left side. If you want to show an image on your window widget, that is also possible. Here we have taken photo image class, okay? And we are passing a file name that is not yet in our project. We are passing our window parent and then we are packing side, bottom, fill both and expand yes. I'm going to copy the image and I'm gonna paste here, okay? This is the user registration PNG we are going to show on our window. I have saved the program and I am running the program again. It's a nice widget now which has background image as well. So I'm gonna remove this code, put three label widgets over here, right? That is for first name, last name, and this is for email ID. We are also setting background color of this label widget as gray. We are also taking height and width. Run the program, you will see three labels over here. First name, last name, email. We are going to change the background color from gray to white. I have saved the program. Run it again. You will see that white background now on our label widgets. Let me change the background color of my window widget. White. Run it again. But this image is now expanding. That is why we are not getting the background color of our window widget. That's fine for now. So next widget, what we are going to see, that is grid manager. As you see in that we have placed our own label widgets with help of this place method. But we are not going to use this place method. We have other options in our tk.Inter library, that is grid manager. So using the grid manager is easy. Just create the widget and use the grid method to tell the manager in which row and column to place these labels. You don't have to specify the size of the grid beforehand. The manager automatically determines that from the widget in it. So instead of using pack or place method, we will use grid method. I'm going to remove these labels and I have code snippet handy to just save some time. You see, we are using now grid method on our label widget where we are setting row and column, and we are also define padding. You can imagine a table that has 3 rows and 3 columns. So in our first row, we are going to have first name. We have second label that would come in the second row. column will still the same. Similarly, we have email, it would be a third row and column would be the same. Okay. Now if you run the program, I'm going to remove this pack. Okay. I'm going to use these properties, right? So padding would be 5 for it, row number would be 1 and column would be 2, which means it would be a third column. Okay. Now the program will work. But this does not look nice because our image has been placed into the first row, into the first column. So we have also defined row span and column span into this. Row span, we would be taking 3 and column span would be 3. Okay. Now run the program. Now you will see this image along with all three label widgets which are now aligned. So next things what we are going to do, we are going to have three entries where user will input something. It's a text entry widget that allows only a single line of text, right? You can see we have entry widget from tk.Inter library. We have row 1 but column would be changed now. If you run the program, you will see a nice text box, or you can say that is a entry widget for us. We can input anything here. Similarly, we are going to place another entries for last name and email ID. I have code handy to save some time. So these are other two entries widget. Okay, last name and email. Column is same and row would be different 0, 1 and second. If you run the program, first name, last name and email ID. Let's create a button now, which will actually take inputs from all three entries and show the message, right? I have a button widget over here from tk.Inter library. We are passing window object, putting the caption that is register, width would be 15 and we are placing button widget into the grid as row number 4. Okay, column would be 1, padding would be 2. So this element is called a clickable button that can trigger an action. Let me run the program. You will see a nice button over here that is register. You can click this button, but we have not attached any event to this button yet. If you want to perform any action, you have to use command attribute on the button widget. I'm going to create a new register method to show message that new employee register has been done. But before that, we need to import show information method from messagebox class. I have one statement handy to save time. I need to show a message that employee has been registered as soon as register button gets clicked. Okay, this is a very nice method. We are just taking the value from this entry widget with help of this get method. And this method we are going to use with our command. I have saved the file, run the program again. So I'm taking Andrew test.com. As soon as I click on this button, you will get a nice information message that Andrew test registered successfully. You can also create a reset button over here which will clear all these entry widgets as soon as new employee has been registered. Okay, I'm saying this is reset method we are going to create. It is saying that the entries we are first deleting and then we are inserting a blank value. And in the last line, you can see that our focus will be set on our first entry. That is first name. We have to set the column index, that is 2. For register button, it was column number 1. For button reset, we will have column number 2 in the same row. I have saved the program. Click on reset. All fields will be cleared and focus will be set to the first name entry widget. Let me close it. One more thing we can add over here, we can call reset method just after showing the message. Okay, run the program again. I just enter Andrew test, Andrew @test.com. Click on register. You will be able to see a message As soon as I click on OK, all fields will be cleared because we have used reset method just after this message. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and built a GUI application in Python and applied many of the skills that you have learned throughout this tutorial. There is no small achievement. So take some time to feel good about what you have done. You are now ready to tackle some application on your own. Regardless of framework you choose, it is important to follow best practices such as separation of concerns, using layout managers, optimizing performance, thorough testing, and debugging. By following these guidelines, you can develop high quality GUI application that meet the needs of your user and provide a seamless user experience. So hit a like button and give me the comment below of this video. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.